I'll open the Stella before there comes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the MRC Tier 1 race live from Abu Dhabi. I'm Mark, I'm our normal Tier 3 commentator. Unfortunately, Jacob is missing this evening. And alongside me is my teammate from Tier 2, fellow administrator, fellow steward. It's Scott Martin. Good evening.
Hi Mark, good to have you here.
It's nice to join here. It's both of us have, not sure if you're aware, ladies and gentlemen, but Scott and I have just come off the back of our own race here. So you could say we know the track a little bit.
I wouldn't say that, mate. I wouldn't say that. I've got pretty close to some of the advertising boards, I can tell you.
Yeah, I think there were a few,
it's
few
a tough
instances.
one for me. Yeah, absolutely. Not my favourite track.
But we move on to next week. The two of us, we're still fighting well. We're still doing well for our Mercedes counterparts here in T1. No one left the pits just yet. So we will see how we get on. There's a few reserve drivers in tonight, as there was through yesterday as well. Sorry, as Tier 2, I should say.
Yeah.
Now we've got a few drivers leaving the pits already.
Poor boy's retired, so hopefully he can join.
That's a bit early.
Actually came up that he retired from session, not that he left the session.
Right, so
what's going on there?
No, unless he's come out of the pit. It looked like he'd actually come out the pits and may have spun at turn 3. That's a little bit treacherous, especially if you collect on the inside of that curb.
Yeah, well, the other thing about Tier 1, of course, is there's no pit assist at all, so you've got to add that in as well.
Of course, you're right. Scott, a little bit more familiar with this tier through the commentary than myself. So.
Yeah, you have to get. You need a lot of filler because there's a lot of safety cars, Mark. That's what I would say.
Right. Okay.
So I think we might get a chance to move on to the Hamilton and Max Verstappen at some point, maybe. Mind you, that might take all night.
Yeah. How long have we got? How much of a safety car will we need with that one? And we don't want to get political. We know in our league we do have some die-hard Lewis fans. We have some extremely die-hard Red Bull and Max Verstappen fans who like to make themselves known.
They're a bit noisier, aren't they?
They are the Max fans. I don't know if it's is it part of the criteria? I don't know.
It's just the orange, I think.
Must be.
Very loud.
We are here now. Reese Wickham, first one to start his flying lap on the soft tyres. Few drivers out there on the mediums, seeing how they get on. The track evolution is quite a major thing round here. We'll stick on board with Reese. Into the very tight hairpin. Tries to get the car straight as possible. No wheel spin there. Gets the power down. DRS wide open down this straight. It's almost so long you can almost take a breather and have a drink halfway down.
You can. I think I actually picked up a track limit warning because I drifted off to the side when it gets a little bit tighter before the turn.
There were a few drivers did that tonight. I noticed.
I was looking at the timing screen up the top, and momentary lapse of concentration.
Happens to the best. Happens to the best of us. As Reese coming down to the end of the second DRS zone, takes a wide curve, may have thrown him a little bit wide. Keeps that one nice and tidy, well within the track limits there. Looks like a very soft setup he's got to be able to ride those curbs and not get the car thrown around as much. Wide line, keeping out the inside curb there, not running too wide. Nice bit on the inside.
He's done that very well.
That was very nice. Second last corner doesn't go too wide either. Sets himself up for the last turn. Doesn't use the full exit curb. It does a 1:36.8 opening lap time. Good opening lap from Reese. Well, right on board, we've got quite a few drivers now on their flying laps. We're going to watch G-Star coming through the last turn. There's now Batawi right behind him. Let's see how he gets on. G-Star 137.9. Shadow Cobra with a 136.6. Surely he must be tired. He's only just finished racing. I am Zach 135.8. That is lightning fast on his opening time. Wow.
That's eye-watering.
Just
It's a stunning lap. A stunning lap from Connor, though. Our Tier 2 Championship leader at the moment. Put himself into second.
Yeah, very much so. I'm going to scroll down to Ogoni. First time racing tonight. Bit of a lock-up on those medium tyres. First time racing, I do believe. But very quick. He did a few practice sessions earlier in the week and, yeah, really showed some really good potential. So we look forward to following him and seeing how he gets on through this this qualifying and race session. As Sarge now, 135.832, very close, great lap from the Mercedes driver.
He is our Championship leader at the moment. He's off the back of the win last week. Confidence is high with Jay Sarge.
Yeah, very much so. They do say once you get the momentum. As we're on board with I Fishers in the Haas. Quite a steady first sector of 17.6. We have seen quicker so far, but his car may be set up for more the last sector. It's quite of a balance round here to get the right setup, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you'd be amazed how many different setups are going on up and down the grid right now. The variation in wings seems to be quite massive, compared to Monza, where everyone pretty much runs the same. It depends how you like the car to feel, I guess.
Yeah, some drivers around here, as Damolek has retired from the session. So you're right, it's some drivers like to be on the edge, have quite a skittish car, fast in a straight line, and some prefer a higher downforce setup. As the Alpine moves out of the way for Fishers.
I liken my setup to that of a Fiat 500.
Like a go-kart?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I've sold plenty, and yeah, they are quite... yeah, they actually handle well, to be fair. They're quite good fun to throw into a corner and see how they react.
Yeah.
As I Fishers puts in his first lap time on a 137.2, it's very close. From third down, there's only a second covering from third to 10th at the moment. So, big crash from I Fishers. Lost it. I don't know if he was going for a second push lap, but he's still managed to keep going.
Yeah,
lucky
there. In the pits.
Well, very lucky, but total front wing gone there. Let's see who we got going out now. That Iberpal is on his out lap in the Ferrari. A lot of debris there on track. Not sure where that's come from. Lots of yellow flags being waved around the circuit, whether that's from drivers moving out of the way, letting other faster cars past.
Possibly.
Oh, big spin as well in turn 3. As he kept it out the barriers, he has. That's very unfortunate, but that's he's going to be able to get back. He'll probably want a new set of tyres and to go again. And he keeps well out of the way. Very good awareness when he came back on track. But we're right on board with the second Mercedes driver, Thomas 180. He's got a Red Bull right behind him. Must have moved out the way for him. DRS wide open. Some of these drivers maybe only going for maybe one flying lap, or do you reckon they'll try and get in two?
You can get the two. It's not... doesn't seem to be hard on the fuel during qualifying, I found.
Yeah, I also found you could potentially get 2 flying laps
And
out of your
ERS as
tyres.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one with the heavy braking zones that you're right, as Scott says, you can do potentially 2 flying laps back to back. Keep on board with Thomas. So the last 2 turns really looked like he threw it in there to the second last turn.
Really attack that.
Yeah, he's really hustling now. He's a bit more of the curve than we've seen some of the other drivers, and pops it into 4th place. Great open lap. Was and good awareness knowing that the Red Bull's about to start their lap, moves well out the way. Who else have we got now on an out lap? Got I Am Zach back out in the Alfa Romeo. So only 0.03 of a second further back. Potential actually for 2 flying laps, you would say, from Zaki going out this early.
It's an odd time to come out, I think. And, to be honest, in terms of the tyre deg and the grip on the road, on the track.
Yeah, I've done it myself a few times, and I think I've tried to, unless he's going to get away from the traffic and keep out of the way from that. He wants to try and get a clear track before all the other drivers head out. Just kisses that white line, but keeps the car pointing in the right direction as he goes 2 tenths quicker in the first sector alone. Could have made a slight setup tweak while he was in the pits. Obviously, car's under parc ferme conditions now. There's not much he can change. We'll keep on board with him down here into the very heavy braking zone. Keeps well away from the curbs. Just gets that inside one.
Up.
Got a little bit of traffic. Hopefully that will keep well out of his way. As he's half a second up currently on his lap. This is a great lap so far. Hopefully the Ferrari's seen him coming and will move very swiftly out the way. Which it hasn't as yet. Oh, looks like it's in the way as it moved. Unfortunately the camera angle swapped. I didn't get to see.
Yeah, he just dived out of the way, but I think it would have impacted slightly.
Yeah, we'll see the effect on the lap time as he comes through the last corner. Gets the power down, shortest run to the line. Does go quickest, but did lose possibly 2 tenths of a second with the other drivers on the outlap. There's this yellow in sector 2. Let's see who we've got on flying laps. We'll go on board with the Alpine of Monster coming through the final sector on his lap. As he throws it into second last corner, he's bailed on his lap time. He will have time to go again. Put on a fresh set of rubber. So as we got on a fast lap, McLaren of Nick BT has got his teammate actually ahead of him. Is Reese ahead of him?
He's letting through now.
Does now, but 1.6 down already on his last time. Maybe he's just going to save those tyres and go again for a second lap.
Yeah, he's switched the ERS off completely.
And he's going to get everything turned up, or is he just going to save the tyres? He is. Oh,
it's coming in.
Yeah, let's hope they're not in a party chat between them. There could be a few words exchanged. I think with that one. For some reason, Fishers is... Oh, he's now back up to 9th. Sure, he was higher than that earlier. Looks like he's hustling again and lost the back end again. This time does avoid the wall, leaves it in the middle of the track. May not be time for him to get back and get back round, so that could be his qualifying over.
Yeah, I can't see there is time.
Unless he's got enough fuel on board, gets a chance to cool the tyres and go again, possibly.
I think we're about to get a mad dash out, Mark.
You're right, I was just thinking exactly the same thing. I was about to say we have Chris
just coming out
on the mediums. Well, looks a bit on my screen.
If he's on softs on my screen?
No, mediums, riding on board. He has got the yellow mark tyres on. Potential alternate strategy. May feel they're a bit more stable than the softs. So that's it. A lot of these drivers, a couple of them on out laps now, some of them leaving it right to the end unless they've decided that's them done. I'll leave it for now. But all the drivers, most of the drivers I should say, outside of the top 10, ready to have another go. Trying to boost themselves up, as Scott mentioned earlier. And rightly so, you said that with the track evolution, it's quite a big thing.
It's a massive jump, isn't it? The times just tumble.
Yeah, they do. You just find grip and attraction where you didn't the lap before. As we go on board with Chris DC, who's the first one to start his flying lap. He's come out on the softs. Decided mediums wasn't the way to go. Let's see how he negotiates some of the traffic. With a minute left of the session, all the drivers on outlaps should, in theory, get round. Some of them may have to hustle a little bit. Chris used a little bit of the slipstream from the Haas on the opening lap. He's a 10th down so far in his Sector 2 time. That looked very neat and tidy through there.
Yeah, it was.
Just the right amount of curb. Coming through under the hotel. Crossing close to the wall. A little bit wide in the second to last corner. How's he going to get on into the last one? Misses the apex again slightly. Looks like that car's got a bit of understeer to it, but does improve to 13th. So it was a good last sector from about 2 tenths quicker in the last sector. As Kid Dynamite stays. Well, sorry, is coming to his 100th up on his time so far on those medium tyres. The lockup hits the apex nicely there though, coming into the hotel. No such understeering issues looking like on the Aston Martin. Third gets the rotation nicely there and goes up to 6th place. What a lap from Kid Dynamite there on the medium tyres.
Medium tyres, yeah. Unbelievable.
And less than 200ths off Alex in 5th as well. Very, very good lap. Fisher's just finished now. He is staying in 12th place. That does give him free tyre choice. We'll see who else is on a lap. We've got Andrew Monster on a lap at the moment. He's 600ths going up. He's now a 10th, dropped a little bit of time and gone very wide and deep into second. Go on.
So, sorry, Mark. Ollie Racing's just gone into the wall.
Oh, heck. That's an Ollie currently in 10th place. Any of the drivers underneath improve, especially Genie. Oh, as we've just passed him. That's unfortunate. I think that'll have hampered Andrew. Gone around there and that'll have made him jump a little bit. As we're going to ride back on board with his teammate Genie. Monster's retired now from the session. So Monster in 11th. They already have been pushed down from Rappel. It's a good lap from him. Get himself back up there. So we're going to watch Genie. Very patient. Get the front end rotated and turn as soon as we feel it grip. He's get the power down. Not running too wide, second to last corner. And he's bailed on his lap as well. So Genie at least 13th place for him.
Alex in.
I'm looking at it. Let's have a look. There's only I am Zach. And yeah, he's just went
failed.
out on... yeah, he does. And there we have it. There is your qualifying. I am Zach in pole position for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. With Jay Sarge in second. Both Mercedes second and third line up behind. Reese Wickham in fourth. Kid Dynamite starting on the medium tyres as well in fifth. That's going to be one to watch.
Definitely up there to qualify that high up with that strategy. He's in a great place.
Yeah, we've seen the mediums don't necessarily die off either very well, or very much I should say. They do have good strong race pace and seem to hold the grip for a good set of laps. So if you could make them last, that could be interesting. If he does his 2-stop, or even that he has the opportunity for the 1-stop, it'd be very interesting. In a moment we will take you through the remainder of the grid. So as we said there, I am Zach in pole position in the Alpha, the two Mercedes drivers, second and third, Reese in fourth, Kid Dynamite on the mediums in fifth, Shadow Cobra, good qualifying from him in sixth position, Ugoni in his first qualifying session as well, seventh, Alex Edric in eighth, G-Star in ninth, Ira Bell again his first, I do believe, qualifying session in 10th place. Following on from there, Monster in the Alpine is 11th, unfortunately retired in the session. Ollie Racing 12th, 13th, Genie and 14th, I Fishers. Unfortunately didn't get to see the remainder of the grid, which we will fill you in shortly. That was quite an interesting session, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Zach proving his 1 lap pace is what we've kind of come to expect, really. Jay Sarge is right up there. I think, Kid Dynamite's done a fantastic lap there to do that on the mediums and put himself in a great place. But yeah, Connor from Tier 2, right up in the mix, which is just fantastic qualifying from him.
Yeah, very rightly so. Yeah,
he's certainly got this track locked in.
Yeah, he's definitely got his eye in now.
He's going to end up doing a full Grand Prix tonight.
Yes, yeah, a few of the drivers that we've had from Tier 2 racing here tonight again. So let's see. What do we have in terms of tyre strategy? It's a bit more of a mixed strategy this time round. There are more drivers on the medium tyres. In Tier 2, we only had a few of the outside the top 10, I do believe, starting on the mediums. And that's what this time we've got. Obviously, Kid Dynamite in 5th, who qualified with a great lap on those mediums. 11th place, Monster. 12th, Ollie Racing. Genie's gone alternative, he's gone for the softs. Trying to get a few places at the start. I Fishers, Nick BT, Michael Finn, Dan Molek, Stringy B, all on the mediums, and Bald Boy, unfortunately, retired out of the pits. And he's going to start on the soft tyres, trying to get himself back into the running. Susie, so obviously, Scott, the Tier 1 drivers
don't ask
better
me.
than myself.
Because I don't know if you watched last week, but I went big on G-Star Snipes, Ben, and he spun on almost the pitch straight and was 20th. So I don't want to do that. I mean, he came back to finishing 3rd, so I guess I wasn't too far out, but...
So do we have 2 commentator curses last week? I think myself and Martin, we jinxed a penalty and a safety car, I think, last week.
Yeah, I saw Martin's voodoo to bring the old safety car out. That was impressive.
Yeah, it really was.
But I will go for it. Yeah, I'm gonna say Kid Dynamite wins this after 2 DNFs. Recently, he's been very upset with that. And I know he's been on Discord saying he doesn't like this track and all that, but I think when you go into a race sometimes with a bit of a negative, then you feel like the pressure's off. You know what I mean?
You're right. We do hear a few drivers doing that, but you're right. It does. Good tip. I'm new to this tier. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to watch many of the races in their entirety, so I'm going to say completely impartial and enjoy
Watch out
it.
for Jay Sarge, of course, the championship leader, and our Mercedes teammate.
Yes. Yeah,
so let's go with them two for a 1-2, shall we?
Why not? Why not? I think,
okay.
But of course, we're always impartial, of course.
yeah.
Here we go, ready for the lights. Let's hope this nip the glitch. We've got the timing glitch already. 5 lights. And slight little glitch, bit of a delay. And the racing is now underway.
We're going.
Great start there from Jay Sarge, already alongside the inside of I Am Zach. Takes the lead, pushes him out a little bit wide. Reese is also there fighting with Thomas 180. Oh, nearly close there. Forces Reese wide into turn 3. That's allowed Shadow Cobra to be alongside. And we've got a few people spinning at the back. That's Reese coming back. Thomas 180 going through there. He's got a 5-second penalty as Thomas for corner cutting and gaining the place. Only racing 10 seconds. Yeah, he's now got a 10-second time penalty for track limits. Of course, DRS not in effect yet, but we're going to go back to the lead as I Am Zach has taken the slipstream and it's dived down the inside of Jay Sarge. Good defending, Jay Sarge, all over the inside curb, car bouncing around. Wouldn't have helped his traction, which means I Am Zach a lot cleaner out of there, pulling up alongside. Has he got the straight line speed? Not quite. Jay Sarge manages to fend him off. There, and we've got, obviously Thomas has got that penalty in the other Mercedes, but Reese Wickham has lost it a little bit there. He's on the grass at the moment. He's going to drop places hand over fist at the moment. Come out in 8th place, dirt in his tyres, now down to 9th. Ugoni and the other Haas driver of iFishers. Good start from him. He is now up into 9th place. That was really unfortunate for Reese there.
Yeah. The Shadow Cobra's made 3 places so far. He's in 3rd. And Le Rappel, one of our newest drivers, he's made 4 places up into 6th. Alex has just beaten him into turn 1.
Yeah, good driving from all our new drivers. Of course, all drivers that join Monday Race Club do this. Shadow Cobra's out. Shadow Cobra has retired. Is that on? I'm trying to keep up and go down and follow him. Is that through turn 3? May have been. Yes, it was. See the car on the side there. Unfortunately, lost it on the inside curb in turn 3. And Shadow Cobra's race, unfortunately.
I think he's had a collision with Jay Sarge because he momentarily was ahead of Jay Sarge, and Jay Sarge is now down in 14th.
Yes, good spot, great spot, and going quite slowly. Is he trying to see if he's got any wing damage? Doesn't look it.
He must have spun.
Yeah, could have done that. Which then may have collected as a AlphaTauri on the outside. Ooh. Nearly loose on the inside curb. That is a poor curb, that one. It's caught a few drivers out. Ollie Racing on the comeback is now up to 18th, past G-Star Snipes. And the 2 Alpines together now. We've got Gene Genie. Yeah, they have Gene Genie ahead of Monster. Different strategies, of course.
McLaren's in front.
Yeah, running 2 abreast. And that's as the 2 McLarens. Reese a little bit wide, and so is one of the Alpines in the background there. Oh, there's an Alpine round. That was Gene Genie. Unfortunately, he's hit the wall and damaged his wing. Can he get it going again? Can he get it going? As there's a Ferrari spins as well. Who was that? That was Chris DC. Krista Costa. As Ugoni on his first race must have lost it in turn 3. He has. Oh, that is a big shame for him in his debut race in MRC. Great qualifying session.
Yeah, that's a shame.
We've got lots of yellow flags, different parts of the circuit now.
And there we go. Safety car number 1.
So, what would you do in this situation? It's only lap 3.
But we had the same, didn't we, Mark? And
I think we were about
a lot
lap
of people
3,
pitted.
4. Yeah, I did.
Got rid of the softs, the qualifying softs, and put some mediums on, or another set of softs, depending on your strategy. I think mediums would be the choice now.
Yeah, it's if you've saved them plenty from qualifying, you could. I think I did a 3-stopper in the end. I think it worked out at last race.
Yeah,
an hour race in T2.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 nose changes I did.
Really? Wow. I had one, and there's a few people I seemed to brake check me a little bit, and I hit the back of them, but didn't damage my wing. It's almost if you hit it square, like straight on.
You didn't get.
Yeah, somehow. Yeah. I'm not really sure how I managed to do that, to be honest. It was very lucky.
So Alex Edric is in. Zach stayed out. Thomas 180's in. Kid Dynamite will obviously stay out because he started on mediums.
Yeah, the medium runners, this may play into their hands a little bit, so they can almost stay on to their strategy. And here we are, the first time we see the Aston Martin safety car, new to the update which we all had to install earlier today, along with new track, Portimao, and the Aston Martin safety car finally being added to the game. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit of a fan of that. That is...
it does look
I'm
good,
I'm a fan. Big fan.
A big fan. One day.
Yes, yeah. I might see one go past.
Not up where you live, Mark.
No, well, yeah, going past very quickly to get out the area, maybe. For those who don't know, there is a standard north-south, what should we call it? Bit of banter, really, I think.
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah.
Yeah, we do have northern takeovers occasionally in the commentary box, and the rest of the MRC very quick to dispel that. We can't have us running riot up here. Although my boss actually does have a vantage. No, it's not a vantage. A vanquish. Sorry. It's
very nice.
It's, when he comes out, it's sunny weather when that turns up.
Yeah. So what would be your take on the crash yesterday?
Well, what got me, I think, was... This is going to cause controversy, but I think it's Christian Horner that he was blaming Hamilton solely for the Silverstone crash, and yet when it seemed to be Max could have backed out in this instance at Monza, he calls it a racing incident. Now, you've stick with the script and not keep changing your mind. Personally, I don't think Christian Horner's winning any favours this year with some of the antics, and dare I say, on the flip side, I don't think maybe Toto is, with the way that they're both, Christian Horner calls it mind games from Lewis, but is it now getting that way from both teams? It could be. In terms of the incident, I would have to... I wouldn't proportion blame on one driver solely, but I would have said that Max could have backed out a lot earlier than that. Yeah. I think that when Lewis turned into turn 2, he did turn in late, almost expecting the car to Max to be there and to back out.
Back out, yeah. Like he did at the start of the race.
Exactly right, yes, when Max did force him, I did not leave him any space.
Yeah.
So I would put the majority, or the leading majority of the blame on Max, but not solely on Max. Hamilton, yes, probably could have given more room, but he was ahead into turn 1 and Max wasn't ahead. It's not really one of those where if you're alongside or your front wheel and back wheel is a level, it's your corner. Well, you're not ahead in any way. It's not going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. The cars are too big, aren't they? They're 2 meters wide, aren't they? 4 meters long. They're massive.
They are.
They aren't going through that corner.
Which is where I don't know if people watched the yeah, you're right. I don't know if people watched the Sky footage with Anthony Davidson and Johnny Herbert after the race, where Anthony Davidson, and you're right there, Scott, the cars are too big, too wide, and Anthony Davidson, there's a gap, and Johnny Herbert argued that profusely, saying there is no such thing as a gap there. You cannot fit a car there.
Yeah,
and I think he's right.
Not without taking the sausage curb, which flipped him up into Lewis. So.
Yeah, I think he could have, at that speed he was going, he could have taken evasive action, in my view, at that speed.
Yeah.
But hopefully they have the respect for each other, and hopefully, it won't happen again.
I think it all happened a few laps before, where he went in and had that 11-second pit stop, and I think there was a very, very angry Max behind that car.
Yeah, we did hear that on the radio.
And when he was alongside his championship rival, who he's currently 5 points ahead of, and there was the opportunity to just get Monza out of the way and stay on the same points difference, I think he took it.
Yeah.
And that's my opinion. Oh, we're off. Anyway, let's go.
Back to green, back to racing. Zach leads them away. We are sorry, buddy. We got a little bit distracted. A few drivers in the background going wide through turn 1. I do believe that was the Alpine. Yeah, Alpine and the Williams running wide. We've got Nick BT right on the back currently of I Fishers. No DRS will be enabled for the next 3 laps after this full safety car. But a few of the drivers did take the opportunity to take their pit stops. Ollie Racing obviously on the recovery trail with that 10-second track limit warning on the soft tyres. We're already getting told off for the Aston Martin comment.
Oh, I haven't got that up yet. Sorry.
Yeah, we're getting told off. Sorry. Yeah, there are some nice areas in the northeast. There are some lovely areas, and you're right. As I Fishers has a diver, Kid Dynamite doesn't make it stick there. Unfortunately, he did have a run. A good defender from Kid Dynamite kept the inside line and held him off. Both these drivers on 5-lap-old medium tyres, as Zach is now 1.5 seconds ahead on those softs. Get them fired up a lot quicker. A few drivers of penalties though. Oh, Bald Boy looks like he's spun. He's going down the order. Christie, see that we saw him have that early spin. That safety car probably helped him. He's gone on the hard tyres. Do you think he could take the hard tyres to the end?
Knowing Chris, that would be his tactic now, to not stop again. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, had a reputation last season for making really looking after his tyres very well.
Sergio Perez. Yeah, absolutely.
Going to drop down to look at Jay Sarge, who's right, only 3/10 back, right on the back of Ollie Racing, who's been dropped from the other Mercedes of Thomas. But Jay Sarge, of course, had that spin early on, was running in second and fighting for the lead. Did make the pit stop under the safety car. Now gone for a second. For his set of medium tyres, not on the soft, sorry.
Got 3 cars just ahead of him, so Michael Finn, Thomas and...
Yeah, they were there in
so
shot.
Close.
Yeah, we're going to ride on board with Thomas, who's right on the rear wing of Michael Finn there. Oh, Sir Michael, I should say.
Lord Finn, I think.
Lord Finn had a big spin.
Oh!
Thomas in the dirty air has gone backwards. Hopefully no damage to him. Going to quickly jump on board with him. Fisher's got a penalty. But now hopefully he's retired. Let's see what happened there. Oh yeah, second to last corner. That's a full safety car there. Yeah.
Right at the pit entry.
I believe that caught somebody out in the Tier 2 qualifying, actually early on. If I remember rightly.
I missed that.
I think it was early on in the qualifying. I'm not sure who it was. Now, here's a question. Now, lap 8. This is perfect time for the soft tyre runners to pit. Now, Christy C's actually gone back in. Christy C's pitted and gone back onto the softs.
That's strange.
Maybe they weren't firing up the way he wants. Takes a bit of time. Hards. Yeah. So
the hard tyre on this track is just not a great tyre. I will say that. I think I was behind Fox, who came out on hards and after one of our safety cars. He's one of our better drivers in Tier 2, and he was very quickly spun round. They're just not. I don't know. They're just not. No performance there at all.
Yeah, I think I used them a little bit in practice.
If anyone can do it, Jay Sarge can do it.
Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing his progress, see if he sticks with them, and see how he gets on. Let's have a look at some of the penalties that drivers have got. Monster's got. He's up into 4th now in the Alpine. So
fantastic.
Good start of the race for him.
5
just
seconds.
Keeping out of trouble. He's got 5 seconds. I did see that pop up, and I think it was a corner cutting incident. And a few of the drivers, Sir Michael Finn, Thomas 180, Jay Sarge, and Ballboy over 3 seconds. And Ollie Racing on the opening lap went very wide across the grass and gained a 10-second penalty. So very unfortunate for him. So he's going to really be on the comeback trail now, trying to make up as much time.
So Michael Finn coming in.
Yeah, and Zach has stayed out on his soft tyres. So I am Zach feeling that his tyres can go a bit longer. Oh, Thomas, that's unlucky. Now, what would you think Zach's strategy is here? He's on the soft tyres, 8 laps in. We were seeing that the...
Perfect time for him to come in and change, isn't it? I'm not sure.
And now he's caught the safety car, so all the other drivers are going to be catching him up now. I think the furthest back from the train there is Michael Finn and Monster. They both pitted though.
And Kid Dynamite's got to be behind Zach thinking, you know, what strategy is this guy on? Yeah, it's got to confused him a little bit, to be honest.
Yep, yeah, it will do. He'll be thinking, you know, his tyres have still got plenty of laps left. Zach's, in theory, could be going off by now. Ollie Racing, after that, everyone pitting is now up into 6, but we're going to go back to the leader safety cars in this lap. Didn't take long, that one.
No. Ollie Racing after that.
So I am Zach takes over safety car duties, backs them up, starts backing them up very early. I think this is more of an interesting safety car restart, Scott, from the last one, just with the age of the tyres that some of the drivers have got out there now.
Yep.
There's a safety car.
I mean, Ollie Racing could make some moves, couldn't he?
He can, yeah. He's on
softs. Most of them have been under safety.
Yep, Zach has gone early, went before the last corner, gained a second on Kid Dynamite. Caught him napping a little bit, but Nick BT in the McLaren. Oh, a little bit squirrely out of turn 1. Lost a little bit, he was right on the rear wing. of Kid Dynamite. That dropped him
He's
back
had a
about a tenth or
fantastic
two.
race so far. He's made 12 places.
Yeah, really shown
Fantastic.
good pace and again keeping out of trouble. As we've got Damolek challenging alongside Ollie Racing. No DRS, it's who can pick up the slipstream for the Williams in front. Ollie Racing seems to have a bit more straight line speed and does keep ahead there of the Alfa Romeo. Backs out early, gets his braking right. Good little battle alongside.
Yeah, they're both bashing that ERS button.
Yeah, both trying to get, and we've got there Reese right on the back of Gene Genie. Right under the rear wings, pulls out alongside. Gene gives him a little bit of a squeeze, but plenty of racing room. Oh, gents, that was very close.
Tap.
Might have been a little tap, but none of them gone round, and
kiss.
both escape damage. Luckily, as Monsters now has gone round the outside of Sir Michael Finn. Good racing this, side by side, very clean, both giving each other very bit of space. Oh, Monster's gone, he is out as well. I don't know if there was contact.
There-
And then Alpha Tauri has also been collected in that, and that was Bald Boy has been collected.
That's a big crash.
Yeah, I think Alex Edric as well, maybe just caught the back of one. He's got wing damage as well, but that was a very big crash. And now
I think Morse had just had the inside line on Sir Michael Finn as you were kind of talking about them being side by side, and I'm not sure. It was just there was contact that caused the crash.
yeah, it could have been from there. Seems to be a characteristic of this game. If you're the one in your front gets tapped, you seem to go quicker than if someone else's rear tyre gets tapped.
Yeah. So that's obviously Zach has gone in this safety car, so he's now coming up in 9th on mediums.
Ollie Racing as well has, after his really good opening stint, has come out on the medium tyres as well. And a few drivers there, Thomas and Alex, both on the hard tyres. So again, another variety there, another variation of strategies.
Christy C up into 6th on 2 all-lap-old softs. He's going to be quick on the restart.
He is, well, also he pitted, didn't we see, under the early on into the hards, didn't he? And
Ditched
then
his hards, didn't he? Yeah.
yeah, and then
He's
did
really
some
had a
after, like,
switch up.
yeah, he has definitely. It's not hurt him.
Not
As
at
you say,
all.
up there into 6th. And then we've got Jay Sarge, the the Mercedes driver there, championship leader, as Scott's alluded to there, said he's on the hard tyres. I think this could be poor time for the safety car now, because the medium tyre owners will still want to go another lap or two on their tyres before they come in. DPT goes very wide through there.
Yeah, you'd want to get at least 13 laps out of them, wouldn't you? 13.
Of course,
What we've got left now. 16 laps still.
Yeah, so I mean that potentially they stop on a set of hard tyres and go to the end. Hope for no more safety cars, or would you stick with the soft tyre strategies and hope there is another one?
Yeah, personally, I'd stick. The soft tyre is just so much quicker around here.
Yeah, the front end grip and turning is massive difference than what you get. And we have seen a couple of drivers on the hard tyres have little spins of their own, not getting them up to temperature quick enough. I have a feeling this will be a very short safety car. The drivers seem to be quite close together. But while it still is out, you asked me, Scott, so it's your turn. What do you think of the incident? I've got to repay the favour.
Well, Max, I think I
Yeah.
kind of said it just right at the end before we restarted the last one. I do just think it was all a combination of what had happened to Max already before. And I think maybe we saw Max of 3-4 years ago, where maybe there was a lot of anger in that cockpit. With obviously without that pit stop where he lost 9 seconds or more, he wouldn't have been where he was anyway. But yeah, look, I don't mind it. I used to love watching Senna and Prost and that kind of stuff. So it did remind me of a bit the old school elbows out kind of racing, and Hill and Schumacher, of course. So I don't mind it. I think the penalty he's been given of 3 places, I think that's soft. That's what I would say.
Right, very interesting. You're right about the elbows out, the battles of old.
Yeah, look, I don't mind it. You only got to watch some of the old championships and how the racing was. I think we're green.
We are, and Kid Dynamite, but Nick BT went with him, and Stringy B, the top three, really went together. Kid Dynamite didn't manage. Kid Dynamite spun it. Kid Dynamite spun and possibly damaged the rear wing there. He has really lost it. That, so unfortunately, he's going to drop right down to the back, and his tyres are going to be very hot now. Nick BT takes over the lead with Stringy B right behind him in second place. Both of these guys on the medium tyres. Nick's trying to swerve down the straight to keep trying to break that toe.
Ooh, Christy C almost going up the back of his teammate there.
Yeah, Chris is on the soft tyres.
Might need to move aside there and let the soft tyre Ferrari through.
Yeah, Rappel is brand new to the league. I'm sure. I don't think he's actually. I did speak to him, and I'm sure he hasn't actually done any kind of online racing at all before.
Wow. Well, that's, I mean, he's got some pace.
He does. He does. I'm sure
these guys aren't slow. He's surrounded by right now.
He's not, and I think Chris is now all over the back, looking for a way past. He's really hustling his teammate, making him aware. Look, I've got the pace. Let me through. And without being disrespectful to Rappel at all, Chris is. Rappel is the reserve. He's in the. Chris is in the championship. This is hurting Chris. This is going to damage his tyres. It's going to take away that edge that he's had at the start, and it's also keeping Jay Sarge involved as he goes a little bit wide through turn 1. But it's also keeping him involved on the hard tyres. He'll get them back up to temperature by now. The 2 laps in, they'll be getting the heat back in them. And if he can keep on the back of this group,
yep,
really brings him into play. As there we go, Chris is trying to do the switch back. Going to ride on board with him.
Lost his front wing. That's the safety car, virtual safety car.
Virtual this time.
Just got to clear his front wing off the track, I think.
Must have been a turn 1 incident, potentially?
Turn 3, potentially?
Yeah,
the fast up-hilly bit, yeah. Mark.
Yeah, so 2 to 3.
Yeah, to give it his technical term.
Yeah, the fast, I like that. 2.5.
The fast up-hilly bit, yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Virtual safety car did not last long. We're back to green already.
Wow.
As we're going back on board with Chris TC. Really hustling. They've dropped Jay Sarge a little bit, maybe caught napping a touch, or maybe just in the wrong position at the wrong time. As we've got Thomas 180 has had a spin. They've been in the walls a little bit, the Mercedes boys, tonight. Us included in our earlier race.
Yeah, we're almost together.
Yeah, we did. We did. Luckily, no damage, no harm was done.
Friendly nudges.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. I am Zach's got past Jay Sarge. Going up into the fast up-hilly bit.
And we're riding on board with Chris DC. still hustling his teammate. But the problem with that, now DRS enabled, Arapel is going to have the DRS off the back of Gene who in turn is getting off Stringy B. Nick BT has managed to just break that 1 second window up in the lead, up in front. So all this guy's
got wing damage
as well in the Aston Martin, I do believe. So as a Kid Dynamite still hasn't pitted, he is still on those medium tyres. Reese Wickham's had a spin, but it looks like he's battling with Ollie Racing. Going to have to go on board with this. I think we may have missed the opening part of that, unfortunately. There was a lot of place swaps, so side by side as Reese goes defensive. Ollie tried to go around the outside, but no room left there. Reese on the soft tyres still. Will have a little bit more grip. And now I Am Zach has caught up the back of Chris DC, who has actually dropped.
He's dropped off now.
Yeah. Maybe cooked the tyres a little bit much in the dirt. Yes, he has a spin and gets collected.
Massive.
So Chris started to spin. Unfortunately, I Am Zach was right behind him. Just couldn't avoid. I think they could not avoid. He's lost his thing. He's dived straight into the pits. Jay Sarge also jumped into the pits to get rid of those hard compound tyres. As Reese now has a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Of course, these drivers were just coming up to the pit lane, whereas the top 3-4 drivers would have already been going past.
Yeah, it's a great time for these guys, wasn't it? In terms of timing, Jay Starge.
It is, they are, but these guys could still come round and pit and then not lose too much time. We are going to be driving under safety car conditions with a Delta.
Yeah.
So the third safety car, I actually missed one as well in T2. I came round the last corner as somebody crashed and just didn't get a chance to dive into it.
Dive in, yeah.
And there was a lap I tried to, and then it understeered straight through it and got a penalty. I was like, oh, great.
Thanks very much.
Yeah. Turn the wheel, car doesn't turn and just goes straight over the inside, and I think lost 2 places and a penalty, I think, in that one. That wasn't fun.
Just in Kid Dynamite's gone on to softs.
12 laps, soft tyres.
That's pushing them to the limit, I would say. Obviously, there's some safety car laps to come. Damalek's done the same.
And then Michael Finn's gone on the hards.
Yeah, that's interesting, the 12 laps left. So Michael Finn will actually compete in Finland's national esports coming up.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's obviously made some kind of qualifiers, or he's involved in the qualifiers for Finland's esports within this game.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's really good to hear.
He's 0 assists. Traction off, ABS off, everything off. He's obviously got some real pace. I think he's been unlucky so far in the races that we've had. But yeah, there's obviously a quite competent driver in that car.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it definitely takes some skill and talent to qualify for the full esports. I must admit, I think there's a lot of drivers in Monday Race Club, in probably all the tiers actually, that could do really well in them and actually could take, I believe, racing further. A lot of them don't drive with any assists.
Yeah.
I myself have gone back a couple of assists, I'm not going to lie. Since Monza.
I can't get rid of traction control. That's what I can't get rid of. Not be around people. I can do it if I'm just concentrate, but it's when you've just got that twitch too much onto the throttle and you're in an uncontrollable spin. So yeah, I mean, I stick with medium at the moment.
Yeah, I'm the same. I went with the ABS off and was okay, absolutely fine. Got used to it, got my speed back up, and it was Monza. And literally the first time I put the brakes on into turn one, my car flipped and went backwards. But just the rear end went, so I was, you change diff settings, everything, brake settings, couldn't cure it, and I thought just for that race I'll go back to my assist, and to be honest, I've actually forgotten to take it off.
That's your excuse and you're sticking with it, yeah?
Yeah, I am sticking with it. I have forgotten to take it off, so it'll come off for the next round, which I do believe Silverstone, British Grand Prix next week, I believe. Is it Austria next or Silverstone next?
Hang on. It is Austria.
Austria next.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun. And that is going to be a very, very fun Grand Prix. Very fast, we all know. Track everybody knows.
Yeah, I think you rub your hands when you're like, oh, it's Austria week, this will be good. And then you start practicing for it and you realise it's actually, them 9 turns are a bugger.
Yeah, there's a few off camber, and I think it's the traction, isn't it? It's getting that traction down and keeping enough downforce for that, but having almost Monza spec wings.
Yeah.
To have that speed through the sector 1 and the point and squirt little bit, shall we say? And
yeah.
And I think
it's a tougher track than people give it credit for. I think you think it's one of the easier ones.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I mean, it is. It probably is one of the easier ones, but it will catch a few people out next week, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think the way the cars are set up on this game, the downforce levels, as we've seen tonight in both Tier 2 and Tier 1 race so far, that we've had a few people spinning just where you wouldn't ever expect on previous seasons and previous games. We wouldn't have ever even thought of spinning around there.
Yeah,
and they've really been caught out. But looking now at the guys behind the safety car, we've got Ollie could potentially take his medium tyres to the end. There'll be a bit of a push. Alex could take his, but then they've got the guys in the soft tyres. Now, there'll be again, I know you mentioned earlier when Kid Dynamite was taking the soft tyres, but we've got Nick and Stringy B both on those. Now,
both on softs,
yeah. Now, Alex has got a 6 second penalty.
Nick's in a fantastic place, to be honest.
Yeah, he's shown a lot of pace, hasn't he, throughout this race?
He has. He absolutely has. Massive Kimi fan. So he'll be gutted that we're in the last few weeks of watching Kimi Räikkönen go around the track.
I think a lot of people are. He's one of those drivers, I think some people love him, some people aren't fussed, but he's always been a character. And I think a lot of people will miss him. The stories that come out of him are just incredible. Absolutely fantastic. There we go, we're going on board with Ollie Racing. Doesn't go until right at the last corner with Green. Catches Alex napping. But not Nick BT, who was already right alongside going into turn 1. Really got the jump, pushes Alex wide, and Stringy B has also got past there. That's very unfortunate for Alex. He's on the hard tyres. Just didn't get them fired up quick enough, as Ivapel maybe have gone round, potentially. He's dropped down to 9th. With that. But that was a great start from Nick and Stringy B. Really opportunistic, and a good restart from Ollie. But already, you can see the soft tyres already, the traction that he's getting. Compared to he's already gained.
The second straight.
Yeah, it's going to... one of those, how many laps till striking distance, I think, with this. And it's just seeing if they can both, really, you think with the amount of time they've got left, 9-10 laps left, they're keeping the tyres and not dropping off too much.
Yeah, they're going to be right on the edge in the last couple of laps, Nick BT and Stringy B.
Yeah, and you were right, to be honest, at the end of the second straight, Nick BT right on the back of Ollie Racing already. Really got those soft tyres warmed up. I need to be careful through there. We did see an incident earlier with, I think it was Andrew that spun round with Monster in the dirty air. And Nick BT now gets a 3-second penalty, just a little bit wide under the hotel. So Stringy B's going to be rubbing his hands at that one.
Yeah, he will be. I mean, Ollie's got 18 seconds of penalties now. So he's quite a way down the field as it stands.
Yeah, I imagine he's possibly going to ask the stewards to look at some of those later on as Nick BT runs to the outside and heavy under braking. What a move that was.
Great
you could
move.
see the front end grip of Nick BT as he really dived in there, as we've got Stringy B going around the outside of the hairpin. See how his traction goes. Ollie gets a good drive away. He's going to try to break the toe, but he's already there. Stringy B goes to the inside early, pulling up alongside. Careful on the brakes, boys. Yeah, he makes that move.
Great move.
Very clean racing from all these guys. I think Ollie knows the guys are on the soft tyre. They will be quick from the get-go.
Kid Dynamite's gone round. And Alex Edric. Sector 2.
They have. We're going to go on board. No damage, luckily for Kid Dynamite. Did they both go around by looking at it?
Yep.
As Thomas 180 has also gone round at the end of the second DRS straight. Now I wonder if there was contact there, because that's not normally a place you would lock up and spin off a curb.
I think there's definitely been a coming together of Alex and Dean for them both to be where they are.
Yeah, they were on the comeback trail, both of them.
I think straight after this, Mark, we've got a bit of a busy night, mate.
We could do, yes. I think you're right. I'm not sure how many of our viewers know, but Scott and I are also part of the stewards panel, and I'm sure there's a couple of the stewards racing tonight, and they must be thinking, "Wow, we're going to have a late one." I think.
I think our league owner has got a steward inquiry all the way from Scotland on holiday, so I'm not too sure what that's all about.
I'm not sure.
Maybe a couple of Guinness or tenants, is it? Tenants?
Oh, it's tenants up there. Yes, it is in Scotland.
Yeah, sorry.
If anyone's Scottish on the stream, please make a comment on what is the local beer.
Or Iron Brew and Vodka.
Oh, that's another one. Yeah, as we're. Yeah, please leave a comment and let us know what the local brew is.
And a bad Mars bar.
Deep fried curly whirly.
Well, that sounds amazing. Jay Sarge just got past Ollie Racing while we're talking about curly whirlies.
Yeah, to be fair, their position changed a bit curly whirly and up and down as well at the moment. So Ollie Race and Jay Sarge having a really good battle with Reese in there as well in the McLaren. So Alex Edric gets a 3-second time penalty for track limit warnings. But Ollie, his medium tyres a lot older obviously than these guys, and obviously with the penalties that he's got, really is now look almost like he's holding up Reese. He's got a lot more grip as Reese in the McLaren. This one might be
Ollie is 10 lap old. I mean, 12 is kind of the optimum, isn't it? And he's going to end up on, what is he going to end up on? 16 lap old mediums. He's going to be sitting duck for a few people.
Yeah, Jay Sarge has spun as well. I was actually about to comment that he passed Ollie and was pretty much clearing off at the distance and had a spin in turn 3. I thought it was a bit strange seeing him there. That's he's back on 9th. As we saw, Kid Dano set the fastest lap time, so he may have had the coming together, but he's certainly setting the pace. As we see, Risk Whitcomb has a little lock up there, but had the DRS and makes that move on Ollie. Stringy B, yep, Stringy B, and Nick, you called it as we cut to it. Stringy B had the DRS, so obviously got close in the first part, good traction, and then made it count in the second DRS zone. Now Reese with a 3-second penalty, but he's going to be chasing down these guys. hoping that their tyres will start to go off in the next couple of laps, and while the medium tyres will keep on going strong to the end. As both drivers, Stringy B and Nick, going very wide in the second last turn there. Hopefully no warnings for them. Now Ollie's tyres do seem to be fading a little. We've got Genie.
Where's he come from?
Yeah, he's just quietly chipping the lap times away. Was it Mr. Consistent and Mr. Clean? We gave him the nickname Clean last season. I think once we said that, actually, I hope he doesn't get a penalty now. I really hope he doesn't. I hope we don't have the commentator's curse again.
He's up 8 places.
Yeah, really good race from him. He's just quietly getting on with the job. As just Sarge and Zach are fighting. Looks like Zach may have had a moment. As Kid Dynamite has also passed up and back into the points. As Genie, we see with the DRS wide open. Move was done before the braking zone. As Zach's left the session. I hope that's just a...
He's picked up 21 connection. Seconds of penalty.
He didn't have that. That's
no, he didn't have that before. He's ghosting. He's left.
Yeah. As we see, Ollie's fighting back against Genie wheel to wheel, and Genie did have the inside line going through. The left goes a little bit wide there, but Ollie did have to back out there. There was no room, nowhere for him to go. But he's still going to be battling with him, still going to be there. This is letting Irapel close in as well on the back. As we keep an eye on the leader's gap, 0.4 of a second, 0.5 of a second at the moment. So that's... We'll cut back to that.
One. They are.
Yeah, we saw him just at the top of shot. Reese has managed to clear away from these guys. Only 3.5 seconds back from the lead.
He's got 8 seconds of penalties, unfortunately.
Yeah, we'll bring that up to the leaders. Both got 3. Genie, this is going to look strong for him again.
Boys,
he keeps
definitely a podium at the minute.
And he's going to hope now he's cleared Ollie. His tyres do seem to be fading. He's hopefully going to close in a little bit more and bring that gap to the top 2. As we cut to them. Looks like a good exit there from Nick in the McLaren. Both of them, the ERS lights flashing. Both using them to defend. Really pushing on now.
0 ERS.
That's it. Nick Crosby, he's gone for the outside line. And then which turns to the inside. Didn't have much room, and now he's cutting across again. No, just couldn't get the traction down, unfortunately, with those curbs. And the battle will continue to the next lap.
Jay Sarge just getting past Damalek into 7th. Ollie Racing's gone.
Ollie's gone. That's unfortunate. I don't know if it was a spin, because he was battling really well. Yes, he has. He's lost it. It is, yeah. That could potentially bring out another safety car. If his car's sat there just off the racing line. But not yet. Nope, green flag.
Green flag. That's the reduced setting doing wonders, I think.
Yeah, very much so. Excuse me. Yeah, I find it's allowing drivers to race a little bit more now, isn't it, than we had in previously?
Yeah, I mean, we had here pretty much the same as Tier 2, isn't it? Three full safety cars.
Yeah, I think we did, yeah, and one virtual safety car as well.
But we've definitely avoided one just now. With that 100% would have been one. With that where Ollie's car was.
Yeah, quite right. I think any little damage was causing safety cars. We see Kid Dynamite is now back up into 8th place. I think he'll be battling now with Thomas. Thomas has got him back again. We're going to cut back to that in the DRS zone. I've got a little scrap between them. Kid Dynamite again qualified really well on the medium tyres. Unfortunately had that spin after the safety car restart, which he led away from. And has been on the comeback trial ever since and doing well.
So a couple of spins since then as well, I think.
He has, yes. We're right on board with Reese. Now, I did mention he's going to be hoping that the other guy's soft tyres fall off, and now he is right on the back of Nick BT, his teammate.
He is.
It's almost like a magnet on the back of these two McLaren. They've either been a little bit apart, and then suddenly, a few laps later, they're together again, and then it's...
Well, that's Nick BT now on 8-lap-old softs, and they've gone off the cliff. And the 9-lap-old mediums.
Yes, Reese is pulling to the inside, makes the move. Yeah, didn't really fight that too hard, did Nick there. A little bit sideways, so it's going to give him an opportunity to come back with the DRS as well. Both of them, he's defending a little bit hard there. For goodness, keep it clean, boys. You are teammates. Yeah, Reese keeps that position. You're right. This is the top three here. Like you could throw a blanket over the three of them.
You could.
That close.
Is it climb into the gearbox? Is that what Kyle says?
Yeah, one of the many ones. Reach out, grab the rear wing, climb into the gearbox.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. Grab the rear wing. That's it.
He could lick his diffuser. I'm going to have that one, I think.
I like that, yeah. I need to come up with something. I need to come up with something of my own. I can't nick yours and Carl's. It can't be done.
Of course, with the time penalties here, Reese is on 8 seconds, so...
Yeah, really wants to be...
He's got 2 laps. He wants to get past and get down the road, but... Stringy B, Ben's not going to make that easy for him.
Yeah, he's not. Good defence there through the DRS zones. Through sector 1 now. Here we are into the long straight. The DRS wide open on Reese. That's right on board down the straight with him. Stringy B goes defensive. You're looking at the telemetry settings, aren't you, Scott? So can you see the ERS settings? See how much both drivers have got left? Because this could be quite interesting.
Reese has got 6% now. Stringy B's got 8%. They're both on empty.
Yeah, and flashing as he makes the move, makes a dive onto the inside. Sorry, Scott.
That's right.
Reese really had what a move that was. Really left that late. Almost left Stringy B napping there. Cut to the inside, still gave room on the right hand side for Stringy B, but he had to back out on that at the end.
This is what happens when Reese has reliable internet connection. You know, last week, unfortunately, he took his PlayStation on business with him to a Premier Inn. I think it was a Premier Inn. Other hotel chains are available. And the internet connection failed on him, and he kept going AI and fell right back down the order. But I'm taking it. He's sitting at home right now on the lovely south coast, and he's currently P1.
Yes, and that shows the dedication as well of a lot of our drivers. And we've got
top lad.
Yeah, it's fantastic to hear that. And we've got admins and Martin. We hope you're enjoying your holiday, but he's still involved a little bit when he can, and it shows that even when we're away, we're still involved, we're still trying, we're still...
Yeah, he couldn't miss it. He couldn't miss it, Reese. He made it try and work, and their dial-up, unfortunately, was not good enough.
Unfortunately not. We are just going to quickly cut away to Kid Dynamite, who has now caught the back of as Nick BT. Now, typically as a move away, having a battle with Stringy B for second, but we've got Kid Dynamite now. Nick BT's now got a 3-second penalty. Did Dynamite against Damolek takes 7th place, but there is that penalty of 3 seconds to be applied after the race So Kid's going to really be pushing. As now Nick's got a lot of penalties coming his way. He's just had another 3 seconds plus a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. His tyres really must be struggling now, as you can see there. Stringy had a moment, but he's still there. But we're going to go on board with the winner on the track. Unfortunately, may not be able to keep it, but Reese, great lap from him.
Stringy B.
Stringy B now on penalty takes the win. Gene Genie up into second place.
Wow.
Where did that come from?
Mr. Clean. It always comes through.
Yeah, he's done it again.
Stringy B, look, he's moved up 18 places. That is unbelievable what he's done tonight.
Fantastic race from him. Exactly, what a drive. Exactly, well said. And there we are. We've got Alex still to cross the line, but unfortunately a little bit on his own. Won't change his finishing position, I'm afraid. So the winner of your Tier 1 at Abu Dhabi, Stringy B. What a fantastic race from him in the Williams. Gene Genie comes across in second, Mr. Clean, and then unfortunately for Reese, winner crossed the line first. Unfortunately, penalties finishes third. I Repel in his first ever race finishes just behind, and then Nick BT unfortunately got a few more penalties right in the last lap.
Wow.
A bit disappointed with that. There's your top 5.
Well, you can't argue with the games driver of the day either, Stringy B. I don't know how you can see past that. That's a fantastic drive from Ben.
Yeah, really made one-stop strategy as well. Really managed to keep the medium and then the soft tyres working all the way to the end.
Yeah, fantastic stuff.
Very, very good. And Gene Genie there as well. 2 stops, 13th up to second. Well, that was fantastic.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that a lot. Thanks for jumping in, Mark.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me. Hopefully, obviously, Jake will be back hopefully next week. And business as usual. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you all enjoyed watching. I hope you enjoyed the action. I hope we managed to keep up with it. And
just about. I hope I haven't offended too many people. That's all I'd look for.
Yeah, I'll second that. We all have our opinions, and we'll. But no, all good fun, and we hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much, Scott. Really appreciate the invitation. And,
cheers, Mark.
You're very welcome, and we hope to see you all next week. Thank you very much. Good night.